Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So we have some XRP news today, Bitcoin news, universal basic income news, silver news, gold news, Chainlink, Solana. We'll get to it all. Let's begin here. This article is titled, Ripple Payments is now available on Uphold platform for institutional investors. Wait a minute. Why didn't they roll this out last year? Why not the beginning of last year, the middle of last year, the end of last year, the beginning of this year? Why not? Why now? So close to when we're drawing to a conclusion on this case. However it's going to go, we're getting to an ending somehow. Now they roll this out. This is after members of the XRP community unveiled that Ripple, even with the case going on, all these restrictions, all this fear, Ripple brought in, what did they say, 80 new contracts? That's what they allege. We'll see if that's actually clarified. But that's what people who uncovered it said came from the documents in the court case that the SEC unveiled. Seems like a lot of things are starting to line up. And once again, if that happened while the case is going on, what do you think is going to happen when the case is over? How nuts do you think Ripple can go? There's a lot of banks out there, like over 12,000 are just a part of Swift alone. And we know a lot of them are ready to jump ship because a lot of the ones that have been utilizing Swift been working with Ripple over the years. So we know they're ready to jump ship. Then we see the failure that Fed now is. Nobody wants to work with these companies anymore. Nobody wants to work with the legacy system anymore because they have too much power. And this is an age where people and entities and individuals are breaking free. You can't see that? All of that whole system is falling apart left and right, crumbling. Everything changes. Time changes the stone. The banks are no different. Now, if you pay close attention, right? My apologies. I'm a little excited today. A little high energy, better than having low energy. But now they're listening real close over this last year. But the verbiage has increased the last 2-3 months. You've been watching, right? You've been reading the news, the articles, and they're listening to how their regulators, their government is ready to feed the small and medium-sized banks to the bigger banks. They're ready to let them collapse. Oh, no bailouts this time. And they're saying, really, you're going to do us like that? You're going to do me like that? That's what they're saying to themselves. And guess what that means? That means they don't have a loyalty to the old system anymore. By design, in my humble opinion, I think they're imploding everything on purpose. I think that they're making the banks turn the way of the new financial system. Listen, this is my humble opinion. The small banks and medium banks, they're goners if they don't congeal. They're just waiting on clarity. When clarity is here, I'm telling you right now, because they're going to get crushed. If they don't congeal with the new financial system, they're done for. Go watch some of those members only videos. You're going to see the proof. How many, go watch those videos. They'll come running. Just my humble opinion. I could be wrong. They'll come running to companies like Stellar, running to companies like Ripple, who can help them save money, who can help them move money much more cheaply. We haven't even begun to really congeal with AI just yet. When that happens, it's over. It's a guarantee. We're going to just dominate. But just my humble opinion. Where did we leave? Did we even get to reading this? I don't know where we left off. It says Uphold, a prominent digital currency platform, has introduced Ripple payments for institutional investors, signaling a step forward for the XRP community. This aims to open up new opportunities for utilizing Ripple's on-demand liquidity service. Yeah, a whole world of possibilities just opened up with this. Whole world of possibilities. Now we just have to wait and see what happens. Like I said, the case is not over yet. This is just a setup. Because I know some people are going to be like, well, some days will go by, some weeks will go by, and somebody will be like, what's happening? Why are they not using it? The case is not over yet. They can't touch stuff that's hot right now. When the case is over, it's not going to be hot. Then they can step in. This is all the ending of the case is about institutional use, right? So until it's over, the institutions can't use it, right? But this is a setup. They're getting everything in place to be ready when everything is over to go off without a hitch. That's what it looks like to me. You tell me otherwise, why would they do this now? So they must be ready for a positive outcome. And they know what they have on their hands with these systems, whether it's the XRPL, Stellar, Algorand, any of them pops off. Once we have clarity, there's a lot of money to be made, a lot of it, or else they wouldn't have protocol that could go up in price and they wouldn't utilize it for different things. Simple as that. They know what they have on their hands. They know how fast prices can skyrocket. You think they don't know that? Of course they do. So now we have this article here and it's titled Ripple Whales Accumulate. Can price push to a new yearly high? I don't know. Let's find out. How much are they accumulating? Is it more of that 18 million again? Is it that price again? Because that's going to be very suspicious. Let's find out. It says Ripple price shows signs of an upcoming consolidation phase as whales begin accumulating again. And this is what I've been saying. You see it. They're giving you the evidence. Retail, they do their thing. They day trade, they swing trade, they sell XRP. They've been selling it in droves. But the whales, as everyone's selling, they just keep buying, keep accumulating over and over again. Why? Let's keep going. It says here, hinting at a potential surge after this period of stability. It says this outlook is bolstered by the rising daily active addresses since last week, indicating renewed interest, and the EMA lines are confirming a strong consolidation path. Just very briefly, let me say this. I tried this new caption thing that they have on the software that I use for the videos. And so, you might see the words on the bottom. I'm just trying it out, folks. I'm just trying it out. It makes the video processing take much, much longer. And also just know it's not perfect. Right? It may get words wrong here and there. We'll work it out over time, but just know that it's not perfect. All right. But anyway, let's continue on here. I just wanted to put that out there. So just let me know. Did you like that? Do you like having those words there? I don't know. They say it helps the videos. We'll see. It says this outlook is bolstered by the rising daily active addresses. We read that already. Such trends suggest that the market is preparing for a bullish turn, with current phase setting the groundwork for the future. Yeah, I think though, like I said, it's not just XRP. Just my humble opinion. It's not just XRP. There's a lot. Most of the market is coiling up. They had a little high, then it went down a little bit. Now it's consolidating. I know whether Bitcoin is at 70K or not, it doesn't make a difference. That's still that the range where it's at now is like a consolidation phase, right? And I envision it curling up, boom, and then it could possibly take off. Now, listen, I could be wrong. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying this is what I'm seeing. It says here, there has been a noticeable uptick in the number of addresses holding substantial quantities of XRP, specifically those with holdings ranging from 10 million to 100 million coins. This increased from 1,537 addresses on March 16th to 1,565 on March 28th is a significant rise that signals a gathering momentum among the so-called whale investors. That is happening despite the SEC targeting Ripple Labs. So imagine what happens after we're done with the case. Traditionally, when such large-scale accumulations occur, it's perceived as a bullish signal. The rationale is that these heavyweight investors are likely positioning themselves for an anticipated upward price movement, banking on their substantial holdings to pay off with a future surge in value. Let's go here. So now we have a Bitcoin article. Actually, it's Bitcoin with Solana and Link, but it's titled this: Bitcoin's halving is coming. Does this mean good news for Solana and Link? Well, according to all the so-called experts, after the halving, Bitcoin is really supposed to go nuclear and launch and go beyond the moon. Now, if that actually happens, no guarantees in anything. I know that. Keep that right here. But if that happens, everything will rise and it will be a glorious time. But let's read this little tidbit here and see what the writer has to say. It says, many things have changed in the market since the last bull cycle. And one thing that might have gone unnoticed is Chainlink's trend. Chainlink's trend? What do you mean by that? You're going to have to clarify, writer. It says, in the last 30 days, the price of Link has increased by 0.69%. Solana, on the other hand, had jumped by 66.23%. I hold both. So either way, they're both doing well. I win. I'm happy with both of them. I'm happy with their partnerships. I'm happy with their communities. Everything looks good across the board as far as I'm concerned. It says here within the same period. Why the comparison? There's this overarching like this energy amongst the people of comparative thought. I don't understand it. If you like Link, support Link. If you like Solana, support Solana. I have both. I support both. I don't understand this comparison. This one or is one or the other type thinking. No, I'm not like that at all. I focus. I don't know what more ways to put that. I just don't understand it. It says, but it was not always like that, especially when Bitcoin halving was days away. For instance, the price of Chainlink made a significant jump before the May 2020 halving. Link climbed from $2 to $4. 3 months later, the price doubled again. Things are no longer as they seem. The current trend displayed by the project reveals such performance might not repeat itself. All right. It says, though Link's value increased by 182% in the last year, that's not good. It was nowhere close to the 819% jump that Solana had within the same period. Why is there a comparison here? Why? They're both partnership-wise, utility-wise. They're both doing a wonderful job. This is currently Bitcoin's halving. You know, it's like, I don't know, humanity has this thing in them where they want things to compete. They want things to fight. There's just this constant chaos and war in their thinking. It just doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't. When you reach, let me tell you something. As you get older and you've done a whole lot of things and you've gotten all of that combativeness out of your system in younger ages by doing a lot of different things, whether it's combat sports or meditation. I've done both extensively. You realize at the highest levels that you can reach, you are absolutely calm. There is a calm there. There is a silence there. There's a power in the silence. And you have this clarity of thought. Every action that you take is second nature. You don't have to think about it. You just perform. Life becomes like an art. The chaos is gone. Only the peace exists. This is what I've seen. It says currently, Bitcoin's halving is estimated to happen on April the 19th. If there is no significant change in the price action within the next few days, then Link might not move the same way it did in 2020 or 2016. Who can predict such a thing? You know, I get it. This is content, but I think Link is going to do just great. They told me it was way down before. When I first started talking about Link, the price was way down. I can't remember where it was. Go check the charts. But it went up significantly since that time. Their partnerships are second to none. Second to none. And they haven't even really gotten started yet. Bank after bank, Swift. I think they'll do well into the future. So now let's move on here. So this article here is titled Bitcoin to $100,000 price. It says, but it needs this. What does Bitcoin need? What does it need, sir? It says 2024 has proven a remarkable year for Bitcoin, with prices rallying up before the halving event. On the contrary, historical patterns indicate bullish trajectory for the cryptocurrency post-halving. On the 29th of March, Mike Novogratz, the CEO of Galaxy Digital, spoke at the Bitcoin Investor Day in New York about the dire condition of the United States debt deficit. Oh, so you're speaking about it as well now. Nice. Okay, good. As many people as possible need to alert the people of the United States on what's going on, because they don't really know. They don't. And they need to. They need to, because there needs to be a change. But let's keep going. It says, and its impact on Bitcoin. Remarking at the time, he says, quote, if you take the Congressional Budget Office's predictions in 25 years, it has a debt to GDP at 250%. That is the recipe for housing prices going higher, you don't say. Bitcoin going higher, gold going high. Oh, yeah, my gold will go insane. But unfortunately, the people will suffer greatly. That's a problem. It doesn't have to be that way. Listen, The people can thrive if they solve these problems. The people can live well. If the banks go down, my gold goes insane. My silver goes insane anyway. Skyrockets anyway. So we don't need the people to suffer. That's what I'm saying. They need to solve this problem. The people need to really kick up some dust and put boots to backsides and solve this problem before it's too late. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It says here, factors influencing Bitcoin's rise. That institutional money is going to make Bitcoin rise. I'm telling you, they said it's just getting started. There were who were the billionaires that came out recently, exclaiming how there's more institutional money that wasn't even considering Bitcoin, but now is considering Bitcoin. There's a flood of capital coming, and that's not taken into account the cash pile on the side. It remains on the side. And if it gets to moving, if it moves, you better watch out, because the moon, you'll be looking back and saying, where's the moon? Right. Just my humble opinion. It's my humble opinion. We'll see. We shall see. But it says, with national debt surpassing $34 trillion and growing rapidly, Novogratz highlighted the importance of investing in assets like Bitcoin to hedge against the mounting debt burden. You could also just take actions, and reel in your representatives. Let them know, hey, you need to do something about this. And the people with money, look how they're taking advantage of the situation, knowing that they could actually put money out there like everybody else does, make your money talk. And that wouldn't move a lot of these politicians. Politicians are moved by capital, folks. I'm sorry. Can't get around it. You can't. All of that lobbying, sitting down at meetings with big money people. They don't sit down at meetings with too many regular people. That's interesting, isn't it? But if you have big money, they'll sit in a meeting with you and hear you out. Why is that? Why is that? Right? So money moves them. Throw some of your money around to help the people out. But no, you want to take their money. See, you got to be careful. I'm not saying that about this individual. You make up your own mind. But a lot of individuals, they try to play like they're the friend of the people in order to get you to put your money somewhere when really they're wolves in sheep's clothing, and they know they just want to take your money. They're going to rinse and repeat that. So they try to drive everybody this way. Look, that doesn't work on me. But to each his own. Good try. To each his own. We're going to move on from that article. Look, I can only tell you how I actually think. I'm not going to come here and be fake with you. I just can't. I just can't. I'm going to give you my actual raw thoughts while I'm living on this earth and breathing on this earth. Right? I woke up this morning, took a good breath. Sun hit me right in the eyes. I got a big window. Sun hit me right in the eyes. And I sun gazed. Yeah, I sun gaze. Yeah, that sun charges me right up. Hits me right in the, see them little beady eyes? You see that? The sun hits me right. I'm sleeping and my eyes just pop right open. I wake up just like that. Somebody believes that out there. He wakes up like that. What's wrong with him? And the sun hits me right in the eyes. And I stretch up a morning yawn and Snoop Dogg. And I take a breath and I'm thankful. Say thank you for another day of life. And I hit the ground running. I'm going to make the best every opportunity. When I speak to you, you're going to feel the energy. This energy, I'm going to exude it in every possible way. I'm going to do the best that I can. Well, if I'm whipping up some food, it's going to be the best whipped up food you ever had in your life. If I'm playing cards, you're going to get the best time of your life because I'm going to talk a little trash, crack a few jokes. Yeah, we're going to have a good time. I live life to the fullest. So when I come here on camera and I'm looking at stuff like this, sometimes I'm like, oh, Mick, let's just read the article. I have to, listen, it's YouTube. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm thinking. There's a lot of wolves in sheep clothing out there. Simple as that. And, a lot of people would wish someone told them that. But a lot of people don't know that. So I'm going to kick a little truth to you while I can. Yeah. So now, this article is titled, now that I'm fired up, this article is titled Massive USDC Inflows Spur Bullish Sentiment. You don't say. Let's see what they're talking about. What's going on here? It says, crypto quant analyst Martoon. I like that name. I don't know what it means, but it sounds strong, sounds powerful. Yeah. It says, has taken note of the largest influx of the USDC stablecoin in history. It says earlier today, a staggering $1.4 billion worth of USDC was deposited to Coinbase Exchange. According to Martoon, this might be a signal of strong buying pressure. Notably, such a massive USDC inflow has occurred in early 2023 when the Bitcoin price was nearing the bottom of the previous bear cycle. At press time, Bitcoin is trading below the make it or break it $70,000 level after dropping by nearly 2% over 24 hours. Then they have something here, a section here titled More Bullish Predictions. Are there more? All right, not too bullish, but a little bit. It says, according to cryptocurrency trader Ali, the largest cryptocurrency has managed to form a head and shoulders pattern on its 30-minute chart. As predicted by the chartist, the price of the flagship cryptocurrency could potentially surge to a new all-time high of $74,000 and $74,760. I don't know why I read it like that. It is what it is. Let go of this preconceived notion of perfection, people, and just be you. Yeah, just be you. Stutter, stumble. All right. I want to see you wake up. I want to see the wake up with the coal in your eye. See who's this paging me and why. I'm sorry when I say certain things, certain songs just pop in my head. And I like to perform. So I'm like, I like to sing. I like to rap too. Yeah, that's a shock to you. This shouldn't be a shock. I grew up with rap. What are you talking about? Crazy. I grew up with Snoop Dogg, Tupac. I grew up with everything though. See, my generation was different. Yeah, we listened to everything. Rap, punk rock, hard rock. It didn't matter. If it sounded good, we listened to it. And who's going to do something about it? See, that's the thing about our generation was different. We weren't worried about any bullies. Bullies? No, not in that generation. Bullies? You better be ready to knuckle up. Who bully who? What? Let's step out into the street. So we did what we wanted to do. See, that brought that level of accountability. I'm just saying, I'm just calling it how it is, folks. That level of accountability allowed you to listen to whatever you wanted, dress how you wanted. That's why a lot of people look back into the old school and they say, oh, they dress so crazy. It wasn't crazy. It was absolute freedom. Freedom. You could do your hair however you wanted. Some people had the mohawk. Some people had an afro. Some people had low cut like what I'm rocking right now. Some people had the poofy hair. Some people had spike hair. You don't even see spiked hair anymore. It was cool to see back then. They had spiked hair. People did whatever they wanted. Jean jackets, leather, pleather. You remember the pleather sneakers? Remember that was a thing? Man, you could do, it was freedom back then. I don't even know how we got onto this topic. Let's get back to the Bitcoin. Oh man. Anyway, Satoshi Flipper, another popular cryptocurrency trader. Everybody's popular. All right, I guess. Believes that the flagship cryptocurrency could be on track to reach $80,000. Listen, I think that's going to be easy. When the time is right, that's going to be 80,000 will be easy, you know. So now let's move on to another article, because I think that this is going to really be impactful on the United States. And I believe firmly now that I've gotten very deeply into other fields. If this will load up, what's going on with this article? Now that I've gotten deeply into other fields and I've done a lot of studying, I've done a lot of classes, a lot of tutorials, I'm beginning to see the picture. This article is titled $1,800,000 up for grabs as a U.S. city launches guaranteed income program. This isn't the first. We've covered at least 5 of these rolling out across the United States. Somebody's getting this money. Why are they rolling this out? This is a test. This is a test. Listen, you don't have to, but I would love for you to do this, but it'll be informative for you. If you haven't already, go over to my other channel. I only have 2 channels. Remember that. I have my Alphanim channel here, and I have my my Mick Alphanim channel. Because I know there's a lot of imposters out there. But they impersonate everybody. But my Mick Alphanim channel, that's my AI and robotics and computing channel. Okay, I cover all of that. Now, on that channel, if you've been following, you'll see that, listen, they're employing, it's not just AI. AI is not really what people have to worry about. It's AI in combination with robotics. They have fully automated ports now. fully automated. Bringing in the containers, fully automated. They have fully automated trucks now. No drivers. Just bringing products to the warehouse, to a warehouse that's fully automated. You're saying, well, that's one industry. No. If you saw one of my recent videos over, I'm telling you, we've been covering. Look, go subscribe to, it doesn't hurt to click the little subscribe button. Go subscribe to my Mick Alphanim channel. I just covered in a video of how they have robots now that are going to be integrated with AI that will be greatly impacting the medical industry, And listen, I don't need to go into all the other industries. We've covered so many different articles. AI and plus robotics is going to be everywhere in the next 5 years. And they have so many companies becoming rapidly advanced. Now, with that being said, there's no way around it. That's going to impact people's jobs. So then if it's harder and harder for people to get jobs, they have to have money some kind of way, some sort of way. And that's why I believe, I could be completely wrong, folks. I'm just putting this on your table. I'm not saying panic about this, worry about it, nothing. I'm just putting this on your table because I saw the article and I'm like, I'm putting 2 and 2 together. And yes, blockchain has a connection with this because with Cello, right? I don't know if people forgot with Cello, they had a few different offerings on Cello that were involved with universal basic income. I don't know what's going to come of that. I'm just putting that out there. You can look that up for yourself. But I think that's why they're rolling this out and testing it right now, because something is coming. The world is going to change. Whether it's good or bad, you can make that up for yourself. But it says here, guaranteed income program with unrestricted cash payments, unrestricted. Let's scroll down here. A new guaranteed income pilot project is gearing up for launch in Massachusetts. Somerville Guaranteed Basic Income Program is a 1.8. This is Massachusetts. I thought this was on the West Coast again. It started out on the West Coast and started moving across America. Now we're already on the East Coast. Wow. $1.8 million pilot project designed to hand out $750 per month for 1 year to 200 families who are in danger of losing their homes. Of course, listen, they may actually be in danger of losing their homes, but they're definitely going to use that to justify rolling this out so that no one ask any other questions about the grand scheme, not this, the grand scheme of why all of this is happening. That's how I look at it. The city is expected to draw funds from the president's American Rescue Plan Act, with the first round of monthly payments set to begin in July. So there you have it, folks. All right. Just my humble opinion on things. I could be completely wrong. And if you disagree, I'm not trying to convince you otherwise. All right. So now, I respect how other people think, something different. I'm not one of those people that sees a need of what do I gain from convincing someone else to think like me? Like, no, like if they feel like there's something to learn from me, okay, they can take it if they choose. And same way I feel about them. I like to listen to people, and if they have something I can gain, I take it. If they don't, I lose nothing. And we had a good conversation and I had fun. I enjoy conversation because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I don't enjoy conversation, I'm not even participating. One thing I don't do, I don't waste time. I know better than anybody, or rather I know like the best of them, that time is not something to waste. It's something very, very precious. So now we have silver and gold, but I want to close this video out. Let's do a little bit of gold. Because the title has me interested. So this article here is titled Gold Price Above $2,220 as Weekly Jobless Claims Continue to Stabilize. And it begins as such. The U.S. labor market continues to stabilize as the number of workers applying for first-time unemployment benefits remains roughly unchanged for the fourth consecutive week. Initial claims for state unemployment benefits dropped by 2,000 to a seasonally adjusted 210,000 for the week ended March 23rd, the Labor Department said Thursday. According to consensus estimates, economists had forecast 212,000 claims in the last week. Okay, let's get to the gold. I want to hear about the gold price. The gold, I do. The gold market is not seeing much reaction to the muted labor market data as it holds solid gains in elevated territory. June gold futures, the last traded at $2,229 an ounce, up 0.69% on the day. The 4-week moving average for new claims, often viewed as a more reliable measure of labor market since it flattens week-to-week volatility, rose to 211,000, down from previous week's revised average of 211,750. All right, so there you have it, folks. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the Monday.